Grand Rising, everyone and everyone. Oh my God, I hope you guys have had a great week so far. I mean, we're at the end, almost. It's not Saturday, so we're not at the end. I had a great week. You know when you have to pull yourself up? When you had the kind of week or weeks before that have been just yucky and you've kind of pushed through. And, you know, I don't really mind pushing through. I really don't. It's the beginning of the push through for me that's rough. So Grand Rising, and it is Friday. It's the beginning of the push through for me. And so I did a few, good to see y'all. Did a few videos here and there and everywhere. Oh my God, now my eye is itching. And I didn't bring any allergy medicine. Great. I'm just going to have to bear this until... Jesus. So anyway. And so, because I didn't feel like it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel... One, I didn't feel like pushing through. That's a real thing for me. Sometimes I just want to go hide under something and never come out. Like, no, seriously, when I tell y'all that's a real thing for me, that is a real fudging thing for me. I just want to hide and go under and just, and scream and cry. But I managed to push through. I did cry. I didn't scream this time, because screaming gives me a migraine. I don't know what that's about, but it just, oh my God, it's like, what the hell just happened? It feels like my head is going to explode when I scream. But I didn't do that this time. I did a teary. I teared up a little bit. And then that was about it. I didn't give too much to this situation much because it just didn't require that this time. It required for me to just kind of sit the hell down and reflect and then be okay with whatever decision I made. And whatever decisions I have to make for Stephanie. Like, I really I don't give a rat's ass about anybody else at the moment, but me. Like, that's a real thing, because I am my own, I am me. Like, if nobody else roots for me, supports me, loves on me, is there for me, I've got to do all of that for myself. And I'm okay with that. So I've had to get in my mind over the last couple of weeks to be okay. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay being alone. You know what I mean? There's a meme there's a reel that says, I can't remember, I think it's a hip hop artist that does it. But anyway, my thing is, I'm really okay. God be praised. They flipped that car over. Hope everybody's safe. I'm okay with being alone. I'm okay with my thoughts. I'm okay with my process. And if I have to be alone, with that, then so be it. And I'm not talking about just in a relationship. I mean, period. People in general, like friends, all of that. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, now here's the thing. I'm not saying that I want to be alone with no friends, no family. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm all right with it if that's how it has to be for a while. Even with the mate, it doesn't really matter to me. I matter to me more, and I know what I want. I know what I deserve, and I know all of that. And so I won't settle for anything less than that. Because why? Because I'm working on me. And so I'm not going to give you I'm not going to give myself at this stage of my life less than what I deserve. And so of course I'm not gonna give that out to you. I want the same thing. If I don't get the same thing, then I can see you from afar. I can love you from afar. I don't mind being alone. I'm bothered when I let somebody in, they disturb my peace. I'm bothered by that. I'm not really bothered by anything else, because I've worked very hard to get my peace back all around. And nobody, I will not let the people penetrate this dope aura of mine. I'm not gonna let you do it. For me, and this is me. This is not for anybody. This is the work I have to do for me. Like, it matters to me that I take care of me. It matters to me that the triggers that I used to have, I've dealt with them, or I've dealt with the things behind the triggers. It's important to me. It's important to me that I not let my past dictate my present and fuck up my future. That's important to me. I'm not gonna let some shit that happened even yesterday dictate what the hell happens today. You know what I mean? If I've done something, I'll take the L. If I did something in error, I will take the L. If I did something in error, I will take the L and be okay. It's like, oh shit, I did. Oh damn, my bad. Sorry, let me be more diligent. Let me be more careful. Let me, make sure this doesn't happen again. It is what it is. People make mistakes. We're human. What I won't do is let that shit that happened yesterday, wherever I am, dictate how I move today. And I'm telling you, I think if we do that more, like not let the past fuck us, excuse my expression, but deal with us like that, I just know that we'll be more powerful, we'll be more joyful. We won't be so mean and nasty. We won't, keep saying shit like, that's just who I am. No, that's not. That's how life is. The shit that you dealt with in life, that's how your past has created you to be now. That is not how you innately are. That is not how that is not how the Holy One, that is not how the Divine created you to be mean and nasty. That's not a thing. Your issues, your circumstances, your frame of reference, if you will. Y'all know I love frame of reference. Your experience, exposure, and your lessons that you were taught have made you that way. However those things were, they made you that way. So deal with that shit and get off of, that's just who I am, that's just the way I am. No, it's not. Do you know if I use that, the words that will come out of my mouth to people, because I can use it. Well, my mother was that way, and that's how and so I'm that way. Well, I grew up this way, and I grew up and that's why I'm like that now. That shit right there is so played out. That shit played out in the 90s. At least that's what I thought. I bet those of us that are 40 and over, that shit played out in the 90s for us. Matter of fact, I'm going to say those of us that are like 30. Ooh, my eye, it's so bad, y'all. I'm trying not to scratch, because if I do, it's going to be a whole situation today. I think anybody that's over 37 and over, that shit played out in the 90s, because we know better. We've been places, we've been around more positive people, and so come on, man, come on, sis, come on, bro. We're not gonna use that dumb shit. Well, I've learned not to trust, because when I was in the streets, you can't trust the streets. So what? If you're doing something different, you're no longer in the streets, let that shit go. Well, my father did, so I don't trust men. Shut up. I get it. Deal with that shit. I get that. You know what I mean? Deal with it and move on. Forgive your father for his not knowings. Forgive your mother for her not knowing, because I've had to do that. Forgive them for their not knowings. And do better for you. Because this is no longer about them when you get of age to know better. Do the work. Do the healing work. I know it hurts. I know you have to go back and relive it. But it's so much better if you do. Because right now, your wounds keep on not healing, opening up, bleeding all over the place. You put a Band-Aid on it. Oh my God, it's bleeding. You don't deal with it. You don't put any something on it that can clean it out. You don't do anything to clean it out. You don't look at sometimes how it happened. You just, oh my God, it's just shut up. Be quiet. That part. So I'm just saying, for me, I got to do this for Stephanie, which means I got to clear out and clean out and look at it and go, oh my God, I did do that. Did I do that? That part. And then you make amends with yourself. You forgive yourself. And then forgive everything else and everyone else. It is what it is, you know what I mean? So, it's for me that I do me. It's the me for me. So yeah, I love y'all. I gotta go. I'm hungry as a Japanese hostage. I don't even know what that meant. I'm hungry as hell. How about that? I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. And even if you did, I would still love you. That.